Hello, my gorgeous Virgo. My name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium. And this is your weekly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Virgolini. And it's in between the 1st and the 7th of August 2022. At the beginning of this week, you are going to be facing a little bit of a problem here, a little bit of an obstacle. So the beginning of the week, my gorgeous Virgolini, it's also bringing you an important obstacle. And I'm going to say to you why this obstacle is going to be so important. You know why? Because it's also going to show you the exact problem that which you need to attack almost immediately. And I love using this term. I started to use this term lately, to attack your problem immediately, directly, because this is exactly what you should be doing with this type of problem, especially because this problem in itself, it's been making you very, very unhappy. This obstacle was making you really unhappy over the last, quite a while now. So that's why it's important to face this problem, to face this obstacle, because at the same time, as soon as you start facing this problem and obstacle, and you will know what this is, because it was making you feel so unhappy. And I'm not saying that you're not doing anything about it, but I'm just saying that maybe you have waited for way too long, and you seem to kind of be waiting for the right moment, You seem to be waiting for the right time, but the life is going, the life is moving on. Things are changing, but we are staying the same. Our spirit is exactly who we are. Our spirit is always going to be the same, but it's entirely down to you and up to you to give more power to yourself. And you can only give more power to yourself and to your spirit and to your soul by following that voice within, because at this moment in time you will know exactly what steps do you need to make. You will know exactly what is making you unhappy. You will know exactly what was making you so unhappy for such a long time, because it's to do with your own entire existence. I know this sounds horrible, it's to do with your own entire existence, but I'm just saying what I mean here is that it's affecting your life. It's affecting who you are. It's affecting your happiness. It's affecting your strength. It's affecting your balance. And it's also affecting starting to affect your everyday life. It's affecting your immediate environment. It's almost as if you haven't felt like maybe you are at home in your own home over the last maybe year or a couple of years. But I'm not saying that you're not in your own home, but I'm just saying that this is to do with the restless spirit, and it's to do with you understanding that at some moment in time you are going to need to face this situation. You're going to need to face yourself, and the only way to face yourself, to be as honest as you possibly can, because this is all going to make you realize the specific part of your life came to an end. And it's also going to show you the person and people who are starting to drain your energy, starting to affect your vibration, because some kind of certain people have a rather unhealthy attachment when it comes to you, and this is becoming really unhealthy, and purely because something slowly came to an end in between you and a certain person or a certain group of people. And this is also just signifying the fact that you are really need to, at this moment in time, pay attention to what is bringing the spiritual domino into your life. When we are facing a spiritual domino, obviously it's to do with the domino. One thing change, every single thing is going to change in our life. It's a bit of like a butterfly effect here in so many different ways, but at the same time it's required from you to work on your life, on your own path, in a very unique way, because something really unique is going to come out of you at this moment in time. It's all going to boil down towards you being yourself, towards you being as unique as you possibly can, towards you being as free as you possibly can with yourself, because what you're going to become aware of, it's to do with your own devotion is going to really take you out of here. It's to do with your own devotion, and it's to do with you specifying and identifying exactly what priority in your life do you need to give the most of the actual attention to, because it's to do with a specific goal that is going to be highlighted, and this in itself is going to give you control over a situation so much like you haven't had in a long time. But also it's going to help you to become braver, it's going to help you to realize your own resilience, and also the experience, you know, that you're going to get out of it. It's going to only kind of provide you with a fresh perspective here as well. Pay attention to this fresh perspective, because that fresh perspective that is going to help you to make sense of things. You know, it's connected to your future and your future planning and how you're gonna get there where you want to get. And this is going to be completely obvious here, because it's also going to highlight, you know, really unexpected endings, you know, an unexpected ending that you are going to have. It's like going to happen at the beginning of this week through the actual rather surprise changes as well that you're going to become aware of. And these surprise changes that I'm talking about now, it's to do with your success, and it's to do with things that are going to start becoming successful in your life, that you didn't actually think this, that you didn't actually focus on it so much, you didn't actually pay attention to it so much. So now you're going to become aware of the unexpected changes that are connected to the actual your own success. These are going to be good ones, because you will see that the certain things that you worked on, that you expected some kind of success to come out of it, this is going to surprise you. But it's also going to give you the flavor and the taste how things are actually going to be in your life very, very soon, because over the next 7 weeks you are going to be ridiculously busy. Everything is going to start changing after this point. Everything is going to start changing after this moment in time. A lot you're going to become aware of, a lot you're going to see, a lot you're going to be able to visually connect, a lot is going to inspire you, a lot is going to be unlocked within. But it's all going to be boiling down towards the specific path, and to stay true to yourself. You need to work out what this is, my gorgeous Virgolini. Indeed, especially when it comes to you understanding that you are not going to be fully happy until you give something in. And now it's all about identifying what exactly do you need to give. This is going to require your time, your knowledge, to brush up, but also your energy, and also it's going to require from you to understand that there is a lot going to be needed to be explored over the last 7 weeks in your life, because the last 7 weeks in your life are going to be very, very, very busy indeed. So it's to do with an unexpected endings, you know, surprise changes that you are going to have, but also the bottom line is this is all going to lead towards an absolutely mind-blowing sudden shift in your life. Sudden shift in your life. And I like it so much because it's going to make you feel so ecstatic, and it's going to help you with the energy release. And you need this energy release, my gorgeous Virgolini, at this moment in time, more than absolutely anything in your life. You know, you're going to start realizing, oh my God, the power of, you know, you're going to go all spiritual, especially by the time you get to the mid part, you know, mid part of this week, a lot is going to be on your mind. You're going to become very spiritual, and you're going to realize, you're going to feel so in touch with yourself, and you will know that this life is really brief. You know, we are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, you know, life goes like this. So it's along those lines, you know, just realizing that life is brief, but at the same time bright and beautiful, and yours to live, yours to make decisions, yours to explore things, yours to experience things when you want to explore them and experience them when you want to. This is the sacred clock that I'm talking about, not when someone else wants you. You follow your own vibe, you follow your own vibration, do things at the time when it comes to you, okay? It's important, because the midweek, my gorgeous Virgolini, it's also bringing you like, oh my God, do you know what? You are gonna have a very much so a really good omen at around the midweek, and the good omen that you're going to have, it's gonna come again. I know you're gonna, oh my God, here we go again, but it's to do with you hearing something, hearing an animal, but it's gonna be different. The sound is gonna be bizarre, the sound is gonna be different, the sound is going to be strange. Whether you're gonna hear birds like chirping really loud in an unusual way, or whether you're gonna hear like some kind of a wolf in the distance, whether you're going to hear some kind of fox, in the distance, whatever you're going to hear at around the midweek, this is also a mind-blowing sign. As soon as you hear this noise, this animal noise, this is your message, this is your sign. You need to connect at that moment in time. How are you going to connect when I hear the voice of an animal? Well, how are you going to, this is not just an animal, this is your spirit guide, by the way, as well. And even if you don't hear it, it doesn't matter. But if you hear it, when you hear it, you will know that you must immediately think about what was on your mind, immediately, because that in itself, it's also trying to make you aware, to release the blockage, because you're still blocking yourself with something. You're thinking negatively and pessimistically, and you shouldn't do that, because you're blocking yourself. You're slowing yourself down, and this is going to be highlighted when you hear this animal. And also, if you don't hear it, maybe it could also happen if you see the animal, if you see an animal acting in an unusual way. Also, take this take it as far as you can. Pay attention to what was on your mind, because it's trying to guide you. Okay, these signs, these omens are trying to guide you to release the negative blockage, because you're very powerful when it comes to your mind. So you do not want to slow yourself down. And at the same time, it's also going to indicate the fact that there is a very important opportunity coming up. My God, very important opportunity you're going to become aware of when it comes to you as soon as you become aware of this is going to bring you so much hope and faith and inspiration. It's to do with the bright prospects that you're going to know. But at the same time, it's to do with you living your life again. You will know that, you're going to be able to take certain elements from the past and bring into this moment time, but also things that you wanted to do, that you wanted to make your life to be, things that you wanted to experience, how you wanted to live your life, looking at a huge, massive, bigger picture, including everything, It's all going to be connected to your dream and to your wish and how you want things to be. So it's going to make you feel optimistic. And at the same time, it's going to kind of bring you so much pleasure and happiness. And I like this so much. It is going to be the time when you're going to start waking up, my gorgeous Virgolini. As soon as you become aware of these bright prospects, you are also this opportunity that is going to bring you bright prospects. This is amazing. This is also going to be the time of you waking up and realizing that this is your moment, okay? And at the same time, you need to understand you have to shine as bright as you possibly can, because you will make it through this. You will make it through this, my gorgeous Virgolini, through your own bravery, making a bold decision, making a bold move, through your own capacity, and also, you understanding, to actually just go make this step, towards the unknown. It is gonna kind of like, oh my God, make you really worried, because what you're gonna be facing, it's also like going to be connected to an unknown stage into your life. You're going to have to throw yourself into something that is completely unknown to you, and this is going to make you feel, oh, I'm not too sure, but at the same time, you're going to be absolutely fine. You just put your spiritual armor on. The way to put your spiritual armor on is just to trust in yourself, follow your intuition. When you follow your intuition, and even if you do things, even if you don't do the right thing, it doesn't really matter. You're still doing the right thing, because you are giving a chance to your spirit to grow, to learn, and we need this in this stage. If this is the case, it doesn't really matter, but it's only kind of going to be to put your spiritual armor on. It means to just follow your intuition, and then the negative entities stay away. And even if everybody's like kind of, let's say, what are you doing, that's wrong, that's not right, it doesn't really matter. You put your spiritual armor on by doing exactly what your job on this what your specific job is on this spiritual journey. Okay, so we all have a different spiritual jobs, but it's just not like basically that people are doing this, so it's all how it's meant to be, really, but it's everything entirely down to you. Okay, so you just you need to remember, my gorgeous Virgolinis, to stay focused. And also use your intuition to plan your next steps well ahead, and be as flexible as you possibly can in your approach, okay? So, and try to not to be distracted, because you are most importantly, on target. By the time you get to the last part of this week, you are at the time when you feel indecisive. You're going to feel so indecisive, because you are going to be, someone is going to ask you a certain question, and and by them asking you this certain question, you will know that you're so much closer. Something is going to be so kind of evident to you what you need to do, but you will not want to say this to that person, but it's actually going to make you feel a little bit indecisive. And when you feel indecisive in proceedings at the end of the week, this is so important for you to remember to actually that you are going through your own transition, you're going through your own change, and you need to really once and for all deal with this part of your life, because you do not want to feel bored anymore. It's to do with the parts of your life that made you feel so bored, and it's past the boredom, you know. So it's like became something else. So now it's time for you to make a sacrifice, and that sacrifice is part of the readjustment that you actually need to make in order to start the process of your own rejuvenation and rebirth. You have to understand that, you know, the part of this, it's also the part of this change. It's not only about the actual sacrifice, but it's also at the same time to do with you paying attention to the actual discipline in your life. And this is going to consist of you practicing, it's to do with a certain training, it's to do exploring, it's to do with finding out a little bit more, it's to do with you studying, learning, you know, studying and learning and education. When I say this, it's like you will know at the end of the week what do you need to learn more. It could be to do with any single aspect of your life, every single aspect of your life, but the situation that you're going to be facing at the end of the week, in order to go forward, you are going to need to learn a little bit more. You're going to need to be consistent, you know, and also at the same time you're going to need to remember to again trust your instinct, because you are going to have a clear vision of things to come, and you will know that you are being guided. You know, this is going to be really interesting. You are going to know that you are being guided. At the same time, you need to continue to use that sense of future to direct your current path. Indeed, this is brilliant, because you are going to know that you are in the right direction, okay? And this is going to be playing an absolutely giant role in all this. Just remember that the next 7 weeks of your life are going to be ridiculously busy. You will see exactly what I mean. You're going to find yourself in the places where you didn't plan. You're going to find yourself in areas, you know, in certain areas in your life where you didn't actually think about, you didn't plan, it was on your mind, but once things take off, they are most importantly going to take off. Prepare to have most of the 7 busiest months, you know, of your life, that, you know, you didn't have such a busy time in a long time, but this is needed, because at the same time you are going to find out something so big after this 7 weeks period, which is going to start the process of an ultimate change in your life. And this is primarily a lot going to reflect, my God, on your immediate environment, like a lot, like making and facing one of the biggest changes ever. And your soul is going to be speaking, your spirit is going to be speaking. You will know that you're doing the right thing. You will know that you're on the right path, because what you know, because it's all to do with that boredom and the things that you became bored of. So you need to deal with them. You need to attack these things directly by cutting them out of your life. It's time to explore. It's time to go on the next stage. You do not want to be stuck anymore, my gorgeous Virgolini. So this is important, okay? My gorgeous Virgolini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous Virgolini. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.